Well, hello and welcome back, and thank you for coming back. Well, you may have guessed it, we are in the downtown Paphos area, and we are actually in one of the restaurants in one of the hotels, but don't tell Mr. Raj, because at the moment it's closed. So it's the Pan-Asian restaurant to the rear of the Alexander the Great Hotel. Just in case you don't believe us, well, if you look up to the top of the building, there's a big word that says Alexander the Great. There is the fun area of the pool and some people sunbathing. That's the open air restaurant. And of course, this is the Pan-Asian Orchids restaurant. And that is Arching Receiver LeBouf.
Hello everybody. How nice to see you again and again.
And again. So stick with us. We're going to go for a little wander. Some paragliding coming back in. Come and have a look. They're bringing them back in very, very rapidly now. There's a bit of paragliding or parasailing, whichever you choose to use. And there it is. That's Captain Sava bringing two wonderful people back into, well, I shouldn't say land, but a boat. Have a look at that. That could be Mr. Tony and Miss Wendy Nancaro. You never know. A great, great experience that we did, and we know many people have done it, and many people have done it. We're not going to do it because, of course, they watched our little video and they've said it's absolutely wonderful. Now, Receiver LeBouf, I wonder what she's got to say.
I've lost my hat, just
You lost
found
your
it.
hat, she just found a hat. There's a slight breeze today. I'm not trying to give you the weather forecast because, of course, that's her job, but there is a slight breeze which is making it that little bit cooler, which is nice, but of course it's taking the hat off the Arching Receiver LeBouf.
Yeah, I remember when we had a lovely dinner, not once actually, in this restaurant in Chinese or Pan-Asian cuisine.
Pan-Asian
yeah?
cuisine.
The sushi platter was to die of. And I know sushi is not the dish or the food of all the people who like. Some people, they don't just like it. But it was amazing.
Yeah, we went there once or twice and the food was very, very tasty indeed. I really, really enjoyed it. Shall we have a look down here, Receiver LeBouf? Because to the rear of the Alexander the Great Hotel, which is that hotel, if you come out of their rear entrance, there is a set of steps, which is these, which takes you down to yet another sandy, sandy beach. So a lot of people have said to us, there appears to be not that many sandy beaches in Paphos, but if you hunt for them, you will find them. And here comes that beach now. Have a look at that. Absolutely to die for. And got a shower, yep. Have a look at that. That truly is a beautiful, beautiful sandy beach. And you can walk straight across the Golden Sands and then straight out into the blue, blue Mediterranean Sea. And you haven't got to worry about your little feetie. Receiver?
Oh, it's beautiful. Actually, in the beginning it's sand, and then slowly, slowly you can only find a small stones, a little stones. Very neat.
Yeah, a very, very nice beach indeed. Not a private beach. It happens to be to the rear of the Alexander the Great Hotel, but all beaches in, well, Paphos certainly, are not private. Anyone can come on this beach. Have a look at that. Very tranquil, very, very beautiful, and the waters go out quite shallow for a long, long way indeed. It truly, truly is a great place for you to come and twinkle your feet in the blue Mediterranean Sea, and it's a great place to come and, shall we say, wash all of your troubles away. Gracias.
You know, when you come here, the picture on your screen, I think is not that beautiful as the eye can take it.
Yeah, often that is the case. It does look beautiful on the camera screen, but when you actually see it with your real eyes, as Gracivier is saying, you actually capture even more of the spectacality. It could be a word, I never know. And the beauty of the area. And then you come back up the steps, and guess what? You are back on the coastal pathway. So if you go that away for about 20 minutes, you're going to come to the church with the blue roof. And if you go that away for about 10 minutes, you are going to come to the downtown Paphos promenade, and it's a great place to go monkeying around, that's for sure.
I think sometime before 5 years, this pathway was not here. They have finished it around about 4.5 years ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. To be honest, this pathway has always been here, but it's actually only been, shall we say, improved and made to look good in the last couple of years. Yeah, that's what's actually happened. So the pathway has been improved that now pretty much anyone of any age can walk it, because it's quite stable and quite pleasant, as you can see. Have a look at that. Yeah. Although the piece coming up round the next corner has been made with like crazy paving, and a lot of people, if you're in high heels, will find that a bit difficult. It looks quite nice, but to walk on it is quite difficult. So bear that in mind. Perhaps in the daytime go out and do a recon before you get all togged up for the night, if you understand me. Right, have a look at this little bay here. Beautiful. It's bay after bay along the coastal path walk, and it's a great walk at any time of day, morning, afternoon or evening. It's quite well lit in the evening. Now that's a big step to see Yellow Booth. Let's get down. Wow. And now we are to the side of the Paphos water sports and boat trips. That's where they are, and they operate between the Almira Hotel and the Alexander the Great Hotel. So that's the Alexander the Great, and that's the Almira. Well, that's actually the spa part of the Almira Hotel, but obviously it's all the same hotel. And the view off the rear of all these hotels, because they are beach hotels, is absolutely spectacular. Have a look at that.
I remember I saw the people with jet ski, and I remember how I lost my one of the favorite hats. Poor one, it's sailing now around the oceans and swearing at me that I left it go.
That was during one of watching Yellow Booth's other driving events, shall we say, when she took us out on a jet ski. The original plan was to go on 2 jet skis until Mr. Abraham, that's the boss of the Paphos water sports and boat trips, told us you can't have 2 jet skis because you can't go that close to each other. We want these to be at least 25 to 30 metres apart. So obviously that wasn't going to work from a filming point of view. So the only option was to go 2 in tandem on the jet ski, so we did. But of course, again, I had to film, so she had to drive. And I think you understand.
It was not a good idea.
It wasn't that good idea.
Because the waves were so...
They were chopsy.
So high that it scared me every time I had to go on that very wave. Then if it was a little bit to turn left or right, then I was lost.
Well, if I remember rightly, if you go hunting for that video, we just turned right and right and right and right.
Yeah, because I was...
And right. And eventually this hat came off, and it was a lovely hat. It was a very, very nice hat indeed. Wasn't that expensive a hat, but it was a nice hat. And she's gone looking for a couple of times to see if she can replace it. But unfortunately, she can't find it. So there we are. We lost a hat worth, what, 25, 30 euros? So we had a free jet ski ride, and we lost a hat.
We should, I think we should try the banana, that big...
Yes. But this time, don't wear a hat.
No.
That's well, it's a big blow-up inflatable, like a mattress that you hang on to, and then Captain Saba hooks you up to the back of his boat, and he drags you out into the blue Mediterranean Sea, and he monkeys you around. And apparently it's very, very good fun, so one of these days we'll go and do it. But I suggest you don't wear a hat, because when you come back, guess what? You won't have a hat. Anyway, there it is. That is the operation, and they take safety very, very seriously indeed. They start at around about 7 AM in the morning, and they finish at around about 6 PM in the evening. They're open 7 days a week, obviously, and their season will run probably till the middle of November. Then they'll close down, and they'll probably open up again probably in the middle of February, because obviously they understand there's not that many people around in that off season, and the waters, well, they're a little bit too chopsy, shall we say. But today, well, there ain't no chopsiness, there's just beauty yet again. Have a look at that. It doesn't get any better than that. At the end of the day, the sea is blue, the sky is blue. You know where we're going. I'm dressed head to toe in blue. All that's actually missing is
you. Of course, you.
So get yourself on a big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy, because Paphos is quite simply waiting for you. So there's the gangway that takes you out onto the platform where all the fun and the games begin. We've got Captain Abraham in charge. He's the man that looks like a Bond extra. That's him there. You all right, Mr. Abraham? Good? is an absolute star. Speaks perfect English, perfect Russian and perfect Greek. The last two are not that much use to you or me, but the English is, of course. Silvia?
Yes, of course, due to the work, I believe that Mr. Ibrahim spoke that many times with the people. The communication helps, as we say. And of course, yes, he achieved the greatest English.
Yeah, he does. His English is fluent. So, if you want to go paddle boating, you want to bring your Uncle Bob, you want to bring your cat, this could be the place to go. There's parasailing, paragliding, there is jet skiing and a lot of fun and games going on. And that's the place where you go. All the prices are reasonable, all the prices are competitive, and there are other competitors along the coastline, but you'll find that probably they're all about the same price. It just depends on which hotel you are actually staying in, and you're going to have a great bit of fun on any of the rides that you go on. There's a pedal boat. One of these days, Silvia, we should go on one of those.
Yes, then we have to put lots of cream, otherwise we're going to get burned.
Yes, the idea of those is you have a little pedal out, you've got a little slide, perhaps you've got a little couple of lippies with you, and you pedal out into the blue Mediterranean Sea, not too far obviously, go down the slide, jump around, have a swim, put some cream on, come back with a suntan, €30, I think it's an hour. Doesn't sound too bad, that's for sure. Now, we are to the rear of the Almira Hotel. 5-star luxury, and this is their open air restaurant which sits on the blue Mediterranean Sea, so it actually sits on the plage, if you understand. And you don't have to be a resident to go and eat in there. You can just come down. If there's a table free, you can take it. If they are going to be busy on a Friday and a Saturday night, I suggest that you book your table, because it's a very nice place indeed to come and have that special cuisine. Most evenings they play traditional music and there's a bit of partying and a bit of dancing going on, that's for sure. Silvia, Labu.
Both these hotels are beautiful. People call them two sister hotels. I love them both. And if anything you have concerning to these two hotels, please write to Mr. Paul. We will always be here for you. I would like to tell you many thanks for watching. Thank you again and again for your support, for your time. Please don't forget to come and see another of our madnesses. We love you.
What's left me to say is thanks for watching, and of course if you do like what you see, please hit the like, click subscribe and come back for a little bit more of our madness. We thank you.